Welcome to Politics on the Wheel with Jay, and this is LA TV. Now, Wole Soyinka said something that caught the attention of most Nigerians, and people are not really happy with what he said. And again, within the week, it happens that he was boarding a plane and somebody refuses to give him a seat, and of which some people insulted this guy, and others are demanding an apology to him. He is a well-respected person in the society, but 2023 has exposed a lot about Wole Soyinka. Most people that are being seen as respected citizens and elders in the society, based on their utterances before and after the election, even during the elections, shows that those people don't really want Nigeria to move forward, but to keep Nigeria in a perpetual poverty, which they benefited from. And this is the reasons why most Nigerians are now speaking up, especially the youths.
Back to those old days. So for me, it was no longer a contest between individuals. It was not a contest between a so-called interim political party and democracy. And when you have a binary like that, I have no doubt, no hesitation at all about what side of the barricades my position should be. And that interview by Abatti, that disgraceful, menacing interview, was for me the ultimate signal. Because this was somebody, calling for a rubbishing of a structure by which he himself had profited to ever become a governor. I'm talking about Peter Obi, who was what is known as a judgment governor. And even before he attended the tribunal had sat, his party, his spokesman, in this case Abatti, came on television to threaten everyone, to threaten her if his interpretation of the results was not upheld. I mean, this for me was immoral, politically immoral, socially immoral. It was playing to a certain script, even if they didn't know it. That's very important. It was later that I began to express my suspicion that they were part of the script.
One of the things that he said concerning the Abatti Ahmed being a spokesman and saying that he was trying to, destroy, to say that they shouldn't inaugurate the president and all of that. Now, before I go forward, there were some contradicting statements that he made there, comparing them to Peter Obi and some to... Okay, what this video about Abatti Ahmed?
I'm not taking risks with my safety and with my life, but I'm repeating, swear in anybody who does not meet the constitutional requirements of our country, you are engaging in an unconstitutional act. Mr. President, do not hold that inauguration. CJ and your lordship, do not partake in unconstitutionality. I am taking these risks for the sake of my country. Yes, it is extreme, and I'm saying it. It was more extreme for Yakubu to issue that certificate. It was reckless. He is putting all our lives in danger. All of us were already at risk. So what is there again in me taking risks again?
That was what Abatti Ahmed, the vice presidential candidate of Labour Party, said, after the election was announced and preparation for the inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu was ongoing. And in as much as they were in court, he stated it clearly that it was an unconstitutional act, to inaugurate the president, quoting the sections of the constitution that mandates any candidate that will be sworn in as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, must acquire some certain criteria, of which Bola Ahmed Tinubu never acquired. And this has always generated a lot of arguments, a lot of conversation, since Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been declared and now being the president of Nigeria. That the court went ahead to give her judgment on the 6th of September and 26th, I believe, of October at the Supreme Court. But when you look at these carefully, you will understand that even the Peter Obi Abatti Ahmed Labour Party petition to the court was not addressed by the Supreme Court. It was only the PDP case that was addressed, and they said this judgment abide other petitioners to the court. And till now, we find it very, very funny that the Supreme Court could not handle the issues surrounding that of Labour Party Peter Obi Babadati Ahmed against the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Shetima, and INEC. And many people have this observation that this kind of judgment is a cash and carry kind of judgment, and Nigerians, it has never sit well with them. And ever since that time, Wole Soyinka have not stopped talking. He continued to talk and continue to say things that would determine, the level of division that the country have found himself in since Muhammadu Buhari left office. Even within the last 8 years, we saw a lot of division already in the country because of those kind of statements. And he talks also about structures that Peter Obi want to dismantle, and that those were the structures, the same structures that Peter Obi enjoyed even as the governor. But let's pause a bit. If you look at this carefully, you will understand that Peter Obi, yes, participated in the gubernatorial election in Anambra State in 2023 and in 2003, of which he went to court and won his case. He was sacked as the governor. He still won the case in court. So when he said he was going to dismantle the structure, he called it the criminal structures, not the structure of the court or any other agency that is functioning properly. But when you look at this judgment, or you look at the proceeding in the 2023 general election as a whole, both the legislative judgment, the one for the lawmakers, the one for governors, you will see the inconsistency. Look at what happened in Kano State. Okay, look at example of Plateau State. Look at what happened. The appeal court went ahead to sack over 15 lawmakers in Plateau State, and the Supreme Court judgment, said a different thing. And now the Supreme Court, the appeal court, is the last bus stop for lawmakers. So having the Supreme Court giving a judgment, that supersede what the appeal court said, and also interpreting the constitution in such a way that what the appeal court did was wrong. Now we justify what Nigerians are saying, that Wole Soyinka is on the wrong side of the people, and it justified what Peter Obi was saying, that the criminal element, he need to dismantle the structure, the criminal structure in the country. So what is wrong if somebody said there were some criminal structures, and the structures that we have in Nigeria, we need to remove them, to build a better structure? And they said he benefited from this structure. How did he benefit from this structure is what Wole Soyinka have not been able to explain to Nigeria. What do you think about this? Please remember, politicians don't really care about you, but there's personal interest. So let's tread with caution when we start defending our favorite political party and personnel. Let's have your thoughts in the comment section. Do well to share this video to reach a larger audience. Thank you for watching.